Hello guys, welcome back to Transport Fever. Episode 11B, I should say, because this 11th mission in the campaign was a lot of building, a lot of changing things, and that resulted in the fact that we were already 2 hours going, and now it has thrown bonus mission number 2, bonus mission number 3 at us. At the same time, we have to change things so that we reduce the freight kilometers that we have on the map to 125. So that basically means we're gonna have to send the trains to the depot. I think that should work, except for keep the shortest line available, which will more than likely will be our steel line here, which picks up steel here and delivers it over here. That is definitely the shortest. And we brought in enough here. Yeah, we have enough storage here so that it can go up and down a few times. I think that should do it. So I think if we send the trains that we have going, we send them all to the depot. We do not delete our lines or anything, we just keep the lines, just to reduce this railway freight to 125 distance. Once that is done, then we can do the rest, because that is going to be our most problem here. That's where we had the issue with, well, we didn't have the issue, it just threw all these 4 things at once the last time, so that's why we stopped the mission there after 2 hours. I don't know how long this will be. The second part could be half an hour, could be an hour, could be another hour and a half, we will see. So I think that what we need to do here now is have a look at our lines. So we have 2 bus lines here, that's fine. And we have a passenger train, 2 passenger trains actually, linked to that. That is okay. Nothing to do with freight, those are not freight distances. It says railway freight distances, so that means that we can also leave cargo line 1, 2 and 3 and 4, which are truck lines, we can leave those be. So we just need cargo trains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they need to go to the depot. So we're gonna keep number 3. So we're gonna figure out where number 1 is. This guy. We're gonna send them to the depot. Boom. He's gone. Did I just sold him? No, he's there. Okay. So that's that. Okay. Then we're gonna go to cargo line number 3. This guy here. We're gonna select this thing and boom, immediately move it to the depot. Cargo line number 3, that's the one we're gonna keep running. That is the shortest one. That will probably be less than 125. Cargo line number 4, it's some grain line to... No, I did not want to do that. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll sell this one. This is cargo train 4. Grain to machines. No, just grain. We know we can find the line there. Okay, this one. Boom. And then 5. Boom. Unable to find the path. Okay, 5 is a problem. Play. Where are you, 5? Oh, he's here. I'm pretty sure he's here. Can you find the path now? Yeah. Yeah, the problem is with this one, the depot is over here. And it comes in from here, but it's actually driving on that line. So if it's somewhere on that line, it doesn't find the path to the to this depot. Unless we split up this line and connect it to this line here on the left, because that's where it's coming from. That he always finds a path, but we're not going to bother too much with that. We could do this, we could just cross this track here. This will be a line that will never be used, and only once in a blue moon whenever it comes out. It's not something you want to do, but it could you could do just this. and then just make sure that there is a stop here on both sides. We could make it a bridge as well, of course. Optional. Okay, he's in the depot. And now we have to wait, I think. We are waiting on this here. The only train going is this steel train here on this short line here. This boy here. So this guy is going from this station to there. There we go. That's what we needed. Okay, stop. Now we have this one back on the orange line. This one back on that line. Good. And then over there we have this one back on line 4, and we have this one back on line 5. Go. It's one of those annoying things again that you sometimes have to do. It makes not any sense at all, but here we are. Okay. So that's that problem solved. So you just send all the trains to the depot and you keep your shortest distance, which was less than 125. You let that run for a few seconds, and then you will get that thing. Might be 10 seconds, might be 30 seconds, depending a bit where your train is and things like that. So that is out of the way. Then we have this thing where it told us to make any of the farms that we have into a steel plant. But as we have noticed earlier, when we stopped the mission last time, that is a bit of a problem. We have 2 farms going. Over here we have grain comes to the food plant. So grain goes to food. If we make this a steel farm, then it's going to produce steel instead of grain. Then we have no grain for our food production. So that's not interesting. Same here. We are bringing grain into this machine thing. If we change this to steel, then we have the same problem. So we were looking into at the end of last episode if I can make any of these two a farm and then switch it into a steel farm, because it says switch at least 1 farm to steel production. So we can build a whole map full of farms and just make it steel production wherever we want. So I am thinking of doing it here actually. The problem is we don't know what's going on with the steel. Let's see what the bonus missions are. Maybe that will tell us what's going on.
Sparrows are one of the greatest plagues in the country. They peck the seeds from the fields and consequently destroy the entire crop.
Make noise.
Arrange for a suitable level of noise. Completely frazzled, the birds will soon fall from the sky. The sparrow plague has been resolved extremely effectively. That's called success. Unfortunately, the measures you took have not only decimated the sparrows, but the whole bird population as well, which has led to a drastic increase in the beetle population. The pests have to be poisoned.
The pest has to be poisoned. Now we need to drive a vehicle to area 1. Okay. We need to drive a vehicle through here. What are you doing? Just make an intercity bus line or something. Problem solved. Probably also not the best idea what I just did here. It doesn't matter though, they're using those roads anyway. doing it himself. Okay, I don't need that thing. I'm gonna put that thing over here because the people are living around here apparently. They will figure it out. So we're just gonna put a bus or something on there. Boom. And we have a depot there, so that should not be a problem. Let's quickly do that. That's bus line 3, which is an intercity line. There to there, boom, boom, boom. Passenger line, 60 kilometers an hour, 50 kilometers an hour. Okay. Bus line number 3. Go. So they can drive through that area. What else do we need? Over there. My goodness, there's nothing there here. What is this? What is this for shenanigans? Intending to do here, but we'll figure it out as we go. Like a secret place here or something. Of that day. He's doing it again. Why is he doing this like this? What are you doing here, mate? That seems to be more like it. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, the mountain park. Not sure what we're doing here. Just putting some benches here or something. Give people something to travel to. Everything, of course. They're all assets. All right. What is this? Plus line 4 or some bullshit? Tuning to the secret park or whatever. Which needs to go from there to there. Dang. Do we have any depots in the area that can get here? Of course not. Why would there be? I'm just gonna put one vehicle on there because this is one of those lines. Create them. And once this car, it doesn't even matter if there's somebody in it. We just need to drive here in this area, and then that one will be done, I'm assuming. It's one of those things, and as soon as that thing is done, that line can go away. Probably lose you money. Nobody wants to go there. It's not like... Okay, so that has nothing to do with it. Let's have a look at the other one.
Regretfully, there's a lack of the raw materials needed to achieve peak output in steel production. But you could melt down the existing machinery to steel. Bravo! You've successfully purged the surrounding region of pests. That little bit of poison in the soil layers certainly won't inhibit plant growth. It's quite the opposite.
This line, go away. As long as it took us to create this pulsing thing here. That just costed us money, that's all it did. But hey, we've been in the areas, that bonus mission is done. Okay, that's done. So we now need to bring machines to the steel farms. So which brings us both, basically those two together. We need to deliver machines to the steel plant. And once we deliver machines to that steel farm, it will also collect steel. It produces steel, basically. So we need a new line to a new farm, which will be a steel farm. What do we have there? That's a chemical plant. We made this thing. Bollocks. So we need a farm, and what do we need to do? We need to bring machines to it. So it needs to be one of these two here. It needs to be one of these two. My excuses. Bloody weather. Okay, I'm gonna make this one a farm. Right. Okay, so this one is a farm. We're gonna do that with terrain, of course. What do we need to do here? We just need to deliver some steel here. No, machines. Well, yeah, then we're gonna produce steel. That steel needs to go somewhere. We don't know where. For now, we need to bring in machines here. So what I'm gonna do is just this. I do want to put it in such a way that in case we have to go with machines somewhere, that we can go left here as well. So let's just, boom, put it down here. We have connection? Probably not. Should do it then. Okay, we have connection now. What is this called? This thing is gonna be the Ziyang, I think it says. Ziyang steel farm it's going to be. It isn't yet, but so this is not annex, but this is steel farm. Okay. Track. Okay. So, and now we make this farm steel. So we will make this farm to a steel production. There we go. Now we bring machines here, which will produce the steel. So it's, we need 10, but we need 50 production. So now of course we're gonna have a problem. That train's not gonna get there. Do we have a connection there? Also not. Okay, so we're gonna have to come with that one here. Make that a double switch. Good enough. Of course not, my friend. Okay, everybody hold. That's that same crap here again. Okay. What a mess is that? Not want to do it. We need more elevation. Oh, does not want to do it. okay with that, I think, for now. Where are we? We're in that line. That's not ideal, eh? Of course not. Okay, now we should be able to get there. Now, what is going on here? We got stops there, stops there. Is there any world that this thing needs to stop here? Yeah, if it comes back, I guess. We'll do it like this. Oh, I don't need this though. But we do need something here somewhere. And then this crossing here is sort of what our thing is now. So we don't need this one, whatever it is. This one here we do not need. That's okay. I think we can now figure it out. We're not gonna use that bridge thing here anyway, except for when we get this train the first time in there. And then you can figure it out. So we need machines to this thing here, which means we need another station here or something. What's the situation here with that? Machines, okay. That's not so great. Also not gonna work very well. That's also not gonna work very well. There's no way I can get that thing in here. Yeah. Okay, change our plans. Alrighty. And now we need to switch here somewhere. That does not work. Let me think about it actually, because we might be able to do it here actually. Oh. We have enough here for the diamonds. Okay, that works. Yeah, and then we'll stop it there. We can do whatever it is. Yep. That works. That works. Okay. So we need a new line here, which will be cargo tray number 6. Cargo train 6 is machines to the steel farm. It needs to go from there to there. It knows there is a new platform available. What's going on here, my friends? Why are we doing funny business here? Gotta be. Is that why? That's why. Okay. We didn't make it switch. That's why it was driving on one lane. Okay, seems to be Gucci. Yeah. We're only gonna put one train in here, but just in case. This is the correct way to do it. In case there is one train on this platform, there is another train on the line, it can stop here. Actually, it can stop way further than that. Here. The further the better, because if it's a long train, you don't want them to be on that crossing over there. So, okay. Figured it out. He figured it out, and he should be able to get there. And now watch him go that way, and not over that line that we just built specifically for him here. We just spent 10 minutes building that here. Probably even longer. So we need machines to the steel farm, and that should produce. Okay, so we need a train which can carry machines. This one, 1, 2, 3 will do. Boom. And that is cargo train. I think I said 5. I think 6 actually. Boom. And now look at this guy here. What are you gonna do, mate? Look at him not use that road. I knew it. I knew it. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter because we had already a few times a mission where we have to bring in the train to the depot, which is also good for this one. We can also bring this in the depot now because he can also go left here. Double switch is on here. Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay, so it's fine. Yeah, we need to wait now. What we probably need to wait on is the grain train, probably. Okay, machines to the steel farm, there we go. So this blue boy here needs to deliver on this place so that production can start of the steel. I think that's what it needs. I think collecting steel, I think we just need to produce 50 steel, which means we need to bring machines in here so the production can start. It's machines into steel in this one. Bit of a weird combo, but machines normally go into goods and steel is produced by using, like we did on the other side of the map here, pouring coal into the steel plant. So yeah, we need to keep an eye on that blue boy here. 4 he has with him. So yeah, we're waiting on this here. This is the bonus mission, deliver machines to the steel farm, and the other one is make 50 steel after switching a farm into a steel farm. That's what this is. This is the steel farm. There we go. Production has started. And then we'll have to wait. Collecting steel, it says. So, yep. I think that's what we need to do here. So you're gonna bring 4 at a time? 11 this time. Okay. So I think the production needs to go to 50 here. This will do melting down machines.
A remarkable achievement. You've launched a Sputnik, as they say in the party. Headquarters awards you a medal for extraordinary services.
Okay, so that's done. And I think what needs to happen is we need to let that train run till the production number is at 50, and that will be collecting steel. I think. Yeah, it's gotta be because it's waiting on shipment of the steel, but we have no idea where that steel needs to go. I might be wrong, but we'll see. Because there's no other place. Yeah, the only thing we can do here is we could bring steel from that steel farm over here, because this is the only place which needs steel, but we're already bringing steel here, right? Consumer, supplier, machine import warehouse, machine import warehouse. Yeah. So yeah, this thing. Why does it say machine import? That's also that's not even correct. Ah, here, suppliers. That's what I need. Yeah, you see the steel farm. We're bringing in 125 from the steelworks mill here in Chongqing. The steel farm is a potential source of bringing it in though, but I don't think we need to do that, if I remember correctly from the last time that I played this mission. I think what needs to happen is that this number needs to go to 50 here, production. Because I think the last time I did it, I was like, oh, I need to bring that steel to that steel construction site there. And I'm setting up a line and everything, and then I got the mission completed. So we'll see. I'm gonna wait till this production here is at 50 and see if we can get this collection steel thing. Collect 50 steel from the farmers. So I think that's what the thing does. 18. Here we are again. It's gonna be 48 or some bullshit. Or do we have to have 50 stored? I don't know. We'll see. That stored is going to go into consumption. It's waiting on shipment, but we don't know where it needs to go. There we go.
Mao Zedong proclaims the Great Leap Forward. Despite all efforts, there is currently a bottleneck in the supply of goods and in agricultural production. The only way to get past it is by establishing industries in the agricultural communities and the large-scale irrigation of areas being farmed. Tackle these tasks promptly. The construction of irrigation systems is imperative toward achieving the aspired production increase in the agricultural sector.
So now we need to deliver 200 steel and 100 machines to the dam. which is over here. Now we're building a dam suddenly, out of nowhere. Oh, bollocks. Okay. Let's have a look here. Yeah, obviously. What you could do is you could use this farm and go to one of these machine factories and then quickly bring it to the mill with some trucks or so. But seeing we are producing machines over there, we'll just bring it across the map, I guess, with a train. How many do we need? 200. It's a possibility. Another possibility is to bring in another farm or some bullshit. Yeah, make that question mark, which we haven't used yet. We make that into another farm and then link it to the machines over there or over here and then deliver it. That's also an option. But we have a machine factory going. Now what are we going to do with that steel? Because this thing here has so much in storage. This thing, I don't even know what it's doing. It's just collecting steel. We're delivering steel here from the beginning of the mission. I think what this thing does is it keeps your tracks where they are. If you stop delivering steel to there, then it's probably gonna break up those tracks again or something like that. So it's just a matter of what's going on. We could convert this and make into some sort of cargo station and then pick up the steel and the machines here to deliver to the dam. That's an option. But then we need to bring in steel and machines over that line here. It's already pretty crowded over here. Of course we have production over here. That little train is not picking up that much. So we probably have more than enough steel here in this factory. We have an extra coal mine and ore mine that we could potentially bring in to produce more steel. Yeah, what are we bringing in here? Yeah, this thing is producing 400 coal, 400 ore. That means we can get 200 steel. We're only pushing out about 125 to that construction thing here, so we definitely have some extra steel in here. So I think we're just gonna come with the steel from there. That's what I think. Just need connection to this. Don't need connection to the train station for anything. We just need connection here, which we have. There we go. Yellow lines means we have connection. If we put something in here, what do we need to do here? Pick up. So we do something like this. In. That's connected. There we go. And we can come over here. There we go. The road is already built here for us. So I guess they wanted us to come over here. Like that though. Here it goes again. Why do you always do that shit? Look at that. Alright. 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 There we go. Okay, so now what do we need to do? We need to just drop up here, right? Would that be far enough? Of course it would. Of course. Okay. Here we go again. Stop it. Just get it out of here. Just get it out of here. This is where the problem is. Not smooth enough. Alright. So we can deliver steel here. It's definitely a thing. Just start with that. What is that? Some cargo line of some sort? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 apparently. Cargo line 5 is steel to the dam. It's to go from there to there. Boom. What? No, no, no. No, no, no. From there to there. Doesn't like that either. That's steel, that's connected. Why doesn't he want to do that? It's also connected. Deliver 200, 100. It's connected to the steel plant, so why does he not? Steel. Pick it up. And on the dam, unload it. Oh, now we got it. Why was he not showing it earlier? It didn't show the color of my line. I thought my line wasn't working. Okay, what are these boys carrying here? 13. How many do we need still? 200. 80, 24 is 104. We'll put 8 of them on there. If they each try it 2 times, this should be fine, right? Cargo line, I think it was 5. 200 of those. Go. Here they go. Is that thing producing steel here or not? That's $1 million question here. Suppliers, consumers. Where are you putting this, mate? No. Where are you putting my steel? It still needs to go here. He's considering the dam. Where's that train line? Here in the steel mill. You load steel. And here you unload. Boom. Okay. Where's that ore train? Ore. In the steel mill, you just unload ore. That's fine. And in the coal, in the steel mill, you just unload. Just unload the coal, my man. Okay, there we go. I think our coal train was picking up our steel or some bullshit. So yeah, we're delivering steel, now we need to deliver machines. That's a bigger problem though. They have to come from the other side of the map. Is that even possible? We are driving here. Yeah, we get very close to this line here. Probably not a bad idea to just push it on that line. Or split them up here. Just do it like that. There's no way we're gonna put two trains on here, so we can go single track here from now on. Priority to the trains, as always. Solved. Never been here. We have never been here before. We are coming in with a single track here somewhere. Wrong place. Assets, go away. So that we can see what's going on here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, terrain tools. Pause. Assets, go away. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Okay. So, we're coming in with another train here. Figure it out. Okay, so we're coming in with this train all the way. And now what? Can we do that? Only just a tick. We can. He has figured it out. Next time he will come over the other lane. Although we have a bit of a clink there though, which I don't like. more smoother. We have 2 platforms here, that's fine. Connected. So, which brings us to the next problem. This thing, go away. Don't like that either. What is that? Problem. It's okay. We need connection to this here, don't we? Yeah, of course we do. Okay, so we can bring in machines here, something can pick it up, and then it needs to go there, of course. There we go. Driving around that town the whole time? Apparently. Oh. There we go. Let's solve that problem. Dam steel delivery, and this one is going to be the dam. Machines delivery, and that line we need to create cargo line number 6, I think we are meanwhile. Cargo line number 6. Is machines to the dam. Needs to go from there to there. Let's figure it out. No, I don't like that. Don't like that because that's gonna hold up our trucks here. So we need a waypoint here. And on that line, after the machine delivery, you go to there. That's what we want. Stay away from there. That's good. Okay, machines can be delivered. We put a truck on it. Cargo line 6. Machines. I think it was 6. No, that's what it was. Okay. Boom. Put that thing on there to start up the line. Now we need machines, which is cargo train 7. Cargo train 7 is machines to the dam, and that needs to come all the way from here and all the way to there. Put on a different platform, that's what it did, and now here you should do the same, which is also what you did. Okay. So we need another train which can carry machines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. Such a long thing. And this is cargo train 7, again with machines. Might take a while, but we'll see. Because of course we're still, we're only bringing in grain from one farm here. So this thing is producing 200 steel. Because we're bringing in 200 grain. It is recognizing the line. Dam construction, it's recognizing it. It's putting, it says it puts machine out. We don't see them anymore. I think you only see them when there are 5 or something. Yeah, and here of course is our train, which has no machines yet. And it's only gonna put steam machines out whenever the grain train comes in. The grain train is coming in, and that thing still has 32. What did you bring in? 90. We'll just make this one a bit longer. Grain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 151, yeah. That's as long as I can make him. That's 4. Boom. Why does he still have 7 grain? That's not very promising. Yeah, this doesn't work. This does not work. That train is too long. 1, 2, 3. No, this platform is 160. Should work. The problem is here, this zero. For some reason he can't split over here. This one is only, it's only 3. 120/60 picks up. Let's keep an eye on that grain train because I don't trust him very much. And this one is important. I want to know what he does on the tunnel. He's long enough to go on the platform, but then for some reason he doesn't want to do the diamond. There's also a piece of wall there for some reason. 112. Now it works. Yeah, what is that piece of wall doing here? That's a bug. That's a bug here. It's here. Can't get rid of that wall. Follow this guy. Okay. Wall is gone. Okay. Wall is gone, but that brings us to the next problem. Now we need signals here. This guy does fine, but why does this guy doesn't go here? This one just fits in. That's okay. But then why doesn't he want to? Because we don't have a stop here. Yeah, we made a single stop there. Nobody's stopping here. That's the problem. That's the problem. Now I think the red one will now also go to the right here. Because that red one on this platform here, he went straight and then went into that double slip thing there. That's not what we want him to do. So I don't know where the red one is. Is it this one? Yeah, this one here. This guy needs to come in, he needs to go immediately right. He went up straight, that's gonna hold up the train. Because he's not that long, huh? He should go right. I think it was because we didn't have a stop there. Yeah, you see, now he goes right here, and he will not have held up that double slit, so the other ones can come in. Earlier he was driving, yeah, then that one should have stopped. That's just because we didn't have a stop here to block this section here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so machines, what are you? Where are you going? To the left? No, to the goods factory? Probably. Okay, we need to keep an eye on this guy here. Well, something delivered to machines here, though. I have no idea where he is. We're gonna have to figure that one out. This guy, where are you, mate? Let's follow this guy. Because this has the one with the longest trips. Every time on these lights. Okay, we need more lights here. Okay, here we go. It's picking up 17, my goodness. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, we're behind that red guy. But we put some more lights here, so this is that part where they're yeah, green, 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 yeah, that's okay. We have a lot of lights here, but this is the part where they're driving double here. There we go. 15 top speed. This is also a problem. If we're behind the passenger train, we're limited to 100. And we also don't have that many lights here. Yeah, this pass-through from the beginning was well a good thing though. Because otherwise it always was going to be held up by that cargo train over there with steel. No, but I'll save. That's the ore train, but that's fine. We have his own platform here. Ding. And then we're delivering here. We have a truck on this, I think, right? Yeah, it should be, otherwise it will not deliver. There he is. He's gonna pick up and I can probably connect here that he can drive straight. He's going to come in. Now he's going to come in from there as well. Okay. Machines dam. What is that? What does it say for? What? Chongqing Annex. What is that? Why are there goods over here now suddenly? What are you talking about, mate? Annex, what is that even? Yeah, why do? How do we end up with goods here? What is that all about? You, what cargo line are you? 6, Annex. On Annex, we want you to pick up anything but machines. That's the only thing we want you to load. And on the dam, you unload that whole thing. I have no idea why there are goods on this platform. How do we even get goods here? Nothing is delivering goods here. We only have one train going goods, right? Yeah, that's the red one. It's not even connected to that station. So how on earth are we getting goods in here? Goods are delivered over here. We have machines on the platform here. Yeah, we don't even need... The goods are picked up by the red train and it drops it up here and it goes to this platform. So how are we even getting goods on the other truck station? I have no idea. I also know it's not going very quickly. Yeah, that steel here, that was to be expected. That thing is not producing enough steel here. Well, kind of okay. Yeah, you see, this is why we split it up in 2 stations. Although we're almost there though. Because this is probably the last thing. It's gonna build that dam and then we have done what we needed to do here. Let's have a look on the situation here of our line. Let's see. Okay, bus lines are making us quite good money, I must say. Even that other bus line that we started later, just because we had to drive through that area, is actually making us good money. Okay, what is this here? The steel to the dam. Yeah, that was to be expected. There is not enough steel there. Too many cars on there. Machines to the steel farm. Machines are costing you money, yeah? Obviously machines to, yeah, it's what is costing us money is whatever we started up late. This guy, we gave him 90, but he has not picked up more than 72 yet. Let's see what he picks up this time. There's definitely nothing in there. 26. Oh, that train is too long. What do we have now? 72 capacity, that's fine. It says 72, so at some point we almost had 72. So we'll take one over there, that's fine, let's solve that. What is going on with this thing? Let's see what his problem is. The problem is we have 3 machine trains, that's our problem. Same problem. This problem needs to be solved by bringing in an extra farm. We are not bringing in enough grain. That thing is not producing enough machines for 3 lines. We have 3 trains coming out with machines, but there's only 1 train coming in with grain. So we're bringing in 200 grain, we're producing 200 machines, but it's not enough grain. It's not enough grain. These boys can also not cope though. Wow, sorta. They're okay. No, they can cope. Here's another one. The train is only just left, so yeah, they will be able to get their goods out of there. And this picks up the rest. There we go. No more goods here, so they can cope. Here's our problem. This train goes here. We already made them longer, but that doesn't help. As you can see, he's too long. He's too long. We can grab one out. The last 18 means that it's already 1 cargo too long. Hasn't taken more than 126 yet. It's making us good money, this line, but $102. No. Too short trip. So yeah, our lines are making our money, but in theory we could stop all these lines. The only thing which we yeah, like that bullshit with that steel farm, man. That train. That thing is not doing anything. Just send him to the depot and delete that line. There we go. This train, yeah, well, I don't need to send him to the depot, we can just sell him. Boom. That was a thing where we had to switch the farm to the steel farm, but it's not doing anything. Because we are not bringing steel from that farm. We are delivering steel from here to the dam, and as you can see that works, the dam is almost built. That's the next thing. This thing, all these, they can all be sold. We don't need any, the steel to the dam is delivered. That line can go as well. Boom. Line is no longer active. We can delete this. And we can delete this. There we go. Problem solved. And what it also will do is, now we have less here. Dam construction site, goods factory, and the steel farm. But the steel farm will go. Because we don't have any train anymore at the moment. There might still be on the platform, but that will go away. You see? See what it's doing? It's putting way more on the dam now. Machines, goods, and dam. Suppliers, one farm, consumers. The steel farm, that will go away. That's this thing here, but we just stopped that line, so there will not be anything coming in here anymore. Which means we will have more machines for the dam, and then we'll be done with it. I'm assuming. We might be already okay though. We only need 26. And the train has just been gone. How many does it carry? 13. Yeah, that's enough. Yep. 2 more trips. So he's delivering there. That's another 13. That will make it 87. And then he comes back for another 13, and that will make it exactly 100. So yeah, in total about 3 hours and a half, I think, this mission. Obviously, yeah, we had to do an extra intro and so yeah, about 3 hours and a half normally. So that's why we split it up in 2 episodes. One for 2 hours, and then this one here, yeah, about an hour and a half. Because once that truck is delivered, I think it's done. Then the dam will be finished. And then we are also finished, I think. We've done the 3 bonus missions, yep. Yeah. Episode number 11 comes to a conclusion in about 5 seconds. Mission complete. But it was a bit of a longer one. We had a lot of building to do. We had to wait a few times, and then which is quite annoying in some of these missions is the things where you have to alternate things. You need to make your was at some point we need to send the trains to the depot, which slows down all your lines again. Before that, we had at some point we had to delete a line. So sending the trains to the depot, delete a line. Okay, collect the gold reward. It was the first one, I think. Collect that gold reward. Okay, once the gold reward was collected, create those same lines you just deleted, create them again, go back to your trains which you sent to the depot and send them back on the line. That kind of thing, that can take you like 15-20 minutes sometimes. Those are a bit stupid missions in my opinion. Things where you have to delete your lines and then re-establish them after you paid your debt or whatever it was. So yeah, that all makes it take a bit longer than normal. We will see. We will see how we go on with this. Let's see where we go next time.
Mallorca, a peaceful island in the Mediterranean in the middle of the 60s. Things are laid back here. The rural population lives a humble but happy life, free from the hectic pace on the mainland. But seeing as how flying is turning into a mass market business, that could change rapidly.
Mallorca, that is a bit of poo. That might also be something we split up in 2 episodes. We will see. We will definitely see, because if I remember correctly, that has there's some boats involved. There are planes involved. So that might be waiting on the boat at some point. We will see. We'll see. We will start it up in episode number 12 next time, and we'll see how it goes. We will see where we are within the mission, how many bonus missions and so we saw after, let's say, 2 hours. If we already get most of our bonus missions, then it will be 1 episode. If not, it will also be 2 episodes. As for now, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time in episode 12. Bye bye.